Good evening, boxing fans. This is George Hurtado. We're filling in for Robert Sapian, who couldn't be here today. He's taking care of some family issues. But I do have a special guest here for today.
Ray Rodis, the president, CEO of Red Boxing International.
Absolutely. So we just recently had an event, in the City of Industry, and that was a phenomenal event. And please tell a little bit about it, for the event that we just recently had.
I think we did really well on the event because we had been competing with other bigger event, which is December 8th was also an event for HBO, and we think we had better turnouts than that event.
Okay, so that's good to know. I mean, yes, you're right. There was another event. I believe it was mostly women.
Women fighters.
That were fighting that day, and we had a pretty good card. I think. How many fights did you have on that event?
We had 11. We had 11 fights.
Yes.
We gave opportunity for young kids who have really good records to get into the world rating for the GBO title.
Okay. So there were some exhibition fights. And then, of course, some championship fights, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the championship fights that we had were something that's pretty new out there to the world. A lot of people don't know and have been asking about. And that's the GBO belt, correct?
Yes,
or the
sir.
GBO title. Tell us a little bit more about that, because a lot of people are asking about that.
GBO is an organization that has been built 4 years ago. It's for the police officer. It was founded and he's still the president right now, Mr. Tom Gaffney. So GBO is made for the police officer then, and it grew its popularity, and we are starting to use it in the professional scene. So now GBO was acquired by our company, and we also retained Mr. Gaffney as the president. We never changed the structure of the company just yet, because we want it to be more democratic. So GBO is a reformist belt. It's not just, I don't know where to start, because people would ask, what is a belt? There is 4 major belts out there: WBA, WBO, IBF, and WBC. So the misconception is these are the 4 recognized belts all over the world. Yeah. But there are other belts like IBS, WBU, IBO, NGBO, NBA, and other forms of belts out there. Mm-hmm. So the misconception is when people talk about a belt that is new to the market, they would say, oh, that belt is fake, or that belt is not sanctioned. So first and foremost, I would like to explain what a sanction is. Okay. A sanction is not something that is done by the commission in California, Nevada, or elsewhere in the world. A sanction is made by the organization. WBO will have their own sanctioning body. They will have their own set of rules, and so are other belts. And GBO is also a sanctioning body, because it is GBO who's going to sanction the fight. We're going to put out the rules, we're going to give contracts, and we're going to let you know when you're going to defend the belt, how many months before we even strip the belt away.
Gotcha, okay. So, in other words, this new, to some people it's considered a new belt, because a lot of people haven't heard about it and didn't know about it. But so you're essentially your own organization, and you are creating fights or titles for that belt in different weight categories, correct?
That's what we are trying to do, and we want to recognize it's a global boxing organization. We are moving to Asia next year. We already have 17 promotions in Asia for next year. We're going to have a long caravan for 17 cities in the Philippines. Then after that, we're going to bring Malaysians to the Philippines to fight for the title, Indonesians to the Philippines to fight for the title, Japanese and Chinese, Thailander to the Philippines to fight for the title.
Okay.
So that's what we are trying to do. So basically, GBO is not just based in the USA right now. We also have an office back in Asia, and we have an office here in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. And then there's some talk about possibly going down south to Mexico, maybe?
We are considering that next year. We are talking to some promoters right now who are willing to work with us.
Okay.
And that's something. It's on the works right now, and we will announce that as soon as we have something concrete. But in Asia, it's already very clear.
Already set up. Okay.
It's already set up.
Awesome. That's fantastic. So, one of the things that a lot of people also been asking is, so are we going to be doing now live streaming of all the content or the fights that you're going to be having?
See, the thing about being a boxing promoter, there's a lot of challenges being a club promoter. Number one, we are too small. Club promoters are too small to get major sponsors. So as a new kid on the block, because Red Boxing has just done 3 shows, and we're doing another show on February 7th in Bakersfield, and another show on March 16.
Okay.
So what we are trying to do in the future right now, and that we are building a technology. This technology is gonna be ready in a week or 2. So all of our boxers cannot, our fighters on this side and on the right side, right, the A and the B side, we fly them out from Mexico, we fly them out from Texas, we fly them out anywhere in the world or here locally in the United States, domestically. So what I'm trying to say is people, the guy we fly in cannot buy the tickets.
Okay.
You know, I mean, they have people that wanted, their friends, their family, they have supporters that wanted to watch the fight, you know? Since this is also professional boxing, it would not be fair also for the promoter to just live stream, pay for the camera, pay for the crew, pay for the live stream without getting compensated. People are getting a very good fight. If you were there last Saturday, you would know that all fights are fair. Anybody has a chance to win. With Red Boxing, there is no A side or B side. So what we tried to do right now with this technology that we are building as we speak, and we're gonna have a trial on February the 7th. So it's gonna be some kind of a pay-per-view for only $4.99.
Oh, okay.
It's not that expensive. For example, a guy named John Doe is fighting this event, but his dad is in New York.
Gotcha.
So now his dad can watch the fight. With a smart TV, they can watch it on a bigger screen, just like any television. So we are very lucky to partner with people that are willing to work with us on this.
Okay.
And the best thing about this is they have a technology like the Fire Stick. You know, it's a box where you can rent it for $30 a month, and you can watch all shows for free.
Gotcha.
You know, they already have like 75,000 subscribers. So that alone will bring views to the content of Red Boxing.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're basically now this has become technically a worldwide organization because you can have people watching your events from any part of the world now.
So we can put a ring here in this studio, not sell tickets, put it on pay-per-view, and the rest of the world can watch it.
Yeah.
We don't need to have big arenas to fill in.
Gotcha.
We don't need that, you know. But watching it live, live professional boxing, seeing it in your eyes would also be great.
Yeah, that's the ultimate. I think in most people, most boxing fans, they want to be there, and the closer to the ring, the better.
Yes.
You know, so that's always the best. But you know, obviously, it's not all of us can afford to sit in the front. But you know, I've been to a few fights myself, and I love to see boxing. Boxing is a huge sport.
Yeah, it's a sport. You know, boxing is a sport that gives hope. It's not like any other sports. Boxing, you go out there by yourself. All your trainers cannot even help you. He can instruct you, but if you don't follow him, you're still gonna get whooped.
That's true. Yeah, it's an ultimate warrior fight, and you're on your own,
Yeah.
right? And the only person between you and the other fighter is the ref, and that's only when there's something that's not kosher. They intervene, but for the most part, man, if you don't got your dukes up and you're not protecting yourself, you're gonna get some hurting.
You're gonna get hurt.
All right, so so we were talking about the new belt, the GBO belt. Why is it important to start a new belt when you just mentioned that there's a lot of belts already out there? Why is that important, or why is that necessary?
I think it's necessary because there's a lot of belts out there, but not all belts can give opportunity to all the fighters around the world. So at least we have more control on how to reach out to the people that we need to put onto the ratings, and there's less politics. If there's a new belt, there's less politics. We have instances where people became champion on that belt and they weren't able to defend the belt. So what other sanctioning body does, they remove them from the ranking. They strip the belt and remove them from the ranking. I do not think that's fair. What should have been done is you can strip the belt because that's part of the bylaws, but that former champion that you strip the belt, they should still be in the ranking because they're still champions.
They still won the fight, regardless.
Regardless, they still should be inside the ranking. We're just not gonna strip them away, just like they're nobody.
Right.
So we want to be something that's going to be respected, someone that will give integrity to the fighters.
Okay. So this is, I guess, like you said, everybody sanctions their own rules, and you feel more that it needs to be more catered to the boxers and more respect to the boxers because they did win that fight, whether they have an opportunity to defend the belt or not. They still won that fight.
Exactly.
So that's understandable. That's fantastic. That's great on your part.
And to me, people has to understand whether it's the 4 major belts or the minor belts. What's the difference between them is the champion. It is not the belt that makes the champion. It is the champion that makes the belt. So we have to give respect. We have to give more to the fighters. We have to give them more power rather than just us taking it away from them.
All right. So guys, you heard it here, the new GBO. We're going to go to a quick commercial. We'll be right back, and we'll just talk about a couple more things, and then we'll be done. Thank you.
Bienvenidos a su restaurante peruano favorito, aquí en el Pollo Inca en la ciudad de Gardina.
Si te apetece deleitarte con una auténtica comida peruana, tienes que visitar el Pollo Inca de Gardina, con sus especialidades de todos los días como son tallarín verde con bistec, papa a la huancaína, pollo a la brasa, lomo saltado, ceviche de pescado y muchos platillos más. Estamos abiertos 7 días a la semana, con un ambiente totalmente familiar. Serás atendido por un personal ampliamente profesional. Recuerda, no dejes de visitar el Pollo Inca de la ciudad de Gardina y prueba el mejor sabor de comida peruana de la región.
Recuerden que aquí los estaremos esperando con un ambiente familiar. Los esperamos.
All right, boxing fans, we are back. We're here again with Ray. We're talking about the belt, the GBO belt. So we're going to go ahead and continue with that. So my next question is, why start this new organization? Obviously for the belt, but you're also making a lot of noise. So why are you starting this?
You mean, why are we starting a new promotional company?
Yes.
Number one, boxing. I inherited boxing from my grandfather. My grandfather did boxing since 1964. Okay. And my uncle is the first WBC world champion on his class. So my uncle has been the biggest guy in Region 10 in the Philippines as a boxing commissioner since 1994 to 2010. My dad also started promotion from 1982 to 1994, and we have notable champions that our family built. Our family built Rene Barrientos, who is a world champion, Jongjong Paking, Little Baguio. We have Dodiboy Piñalosa, which is also a very notable name in the Philippines. and my dad also helped Jerry Piñalosa, and we have other champions like Billy Abato, so on and so forth. The reason we want to start a new promotional company, it's because when I watch boxing, I was just a spectator 2 years ago. I love boxing. I watch boxing on ESPN. I watch boxing live. I go to Velasco. I go to anywhere where boxing is. I'm a fan. There is a trend, and this never happened in Asia, where there's an A side or a B side where they have to win. The A side has the upper hand to win. During my time promoting a fight, because I was also a boxing promoter back home, 1997 to 2004, we never did this, So I said, someone has to bring the old boxing back to life. Mm-hmm. Someone has to show to the people, the fans are getting bored. I love boxing. I came from a family of boxing, and if I myself would not like to watch the fights, the fans wouldn't as well. Mm-hmm. So that's a time I decided that someone has to step up and bring the old school back. Okay. And people can attest that. We did three events already, and most of the people I got, the reviews from the people I got, from the people I spoke to, they said, out of the 11 fights, I only predicted 2 that won. So that tells you a lot. That's like 18% or 16% prediction, rather than 100% prediction. It gives more credibility, and it brings fans to the table. Most of the people that goes there are friends and family. But if you just keep on winning and your opponent is a lesser opponent, then you're just supporting and keeping your friends and family. But we don't want those people, Yes, we have them. They're already our captured audience. But we want other people to bring themselves to the stadium just because they know it's a great fight. Mm-hmm. There's no names on it, but they know it's a great fight. We have Carlos Tebron, who has 17 wins, now 18 wins, 16 knockout. I think he deserves the California State GBO title. We have Filipino, John Leo Dato, who has 8 wins, 0 defeat. I think he deserves the California State title. We have Adan Temo Ochoa, who has 8 wins, 1 loss. I think he deserves the World Youth title. This young kid is only 20 years old. Yes. He has so much ahead of him. Yes. And we're the one who recognized this warrior at the beginning stage of their careers. Because GBO is not just going to give the belt like it's a gift, We want to give it to them because we see a future to them. And we need to fill up our regional belts to put them into rankings. We did not give any world champions yet because the ranking system is not there. But on January, we will have a ranking system just like everybody else, just like the major belts. Yes.
So that's fantastic. So you're giving opportunities to these boxers that are up and coming, that are pretty relatively unknown in the boxing world, but in their own right, they have a very good record, and because of that and what they've done, they should have opportunities to move to the next rank. So now, is that a possibility though, that boxers can go from different promoters and different companies to defend their titles and belts and things like that?
Absolutely. GBO is a different entity from Red Boxing. Red Boxing is just a promotional company who uses GBO. If another promotional company would use GBO, yes, but they have to pay the sanction fees, because we will have a sanction fee for that for every fight.
Oh, so that's fantastic. So that means this GBO belt or title can actually grow into something huge and maybe even get mixed into other events, correct?
That's what we are trying to do. We want to be respected, but people has to understand what it is, how it is, not just something, it's a new belt, it's fake. It's not even sanctioned. So the thing is, people say it's not even sanctioned are people who don't know what a belt is. Gotcha. Because a sanction is an independent body.
Right.
It's not from the. It's not from the commission, it's not from the state, it's not from anywhere in the world. The sanction is the organization itself.
All right, so there you have it, boxing fans. You got information regarding the GBO title. It's got several weight classes and how it came about and more information. Obviously, if you guys want more information, you can definitely reach out to us. The information is on the bottom of the screen here. So please give us a call or send us some information or a message, and we'll definitely get back to you on that. So, Ray, thank you so much for being with us here today. And again, we're looking forward to the fight in February. That was February 7th. In
March 16th.
And March 16th. Where's February one?
Bakersfield.
In Bakersfield. So we'll get you some more information on that, guys, so you guys can have an opportunity to go see the fight live or maybe on pay-per-view. We'll see. So thanks again for being with us here, guys, and we'll talk to you guys later.